Good blessed Monday, August the 5th, 2024. The time being about 4:48 p.m. I greet all human beings all around the world. All around the world. All around the world. All around the world. With the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor your religious beliefs may be. It doesn't matter whether you're the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you're the proclaimed toughest to the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter if you're my family, friends, nor my proclaimed enemies. It doesn't matter whether you like me or anything that I say or do. That's your prerogative. You have a First Amendment to the United States Constitution, a freedom of press, freedom of speech, freedom to gather, freedom to associate, freedom to protest. Today what I want to talk about is what happened last week, Tuesday, on July the 30th, 2024 in Chicago, Illinois, on the near north side in what's left of Cabrini Green. You know how the police, and this is not against all police or all law enforcement officials. This is against any law enforcement official that's doing what these people did on July the 30th, 2024 in the 800 block of North Cambridge in the Cabrini Green row houses where I grew up at from the 1950s to 60s. In the 70s until 1970, we moved to 624 West Division. White Project still was Cabrini Green. But I want you to take a look at this arrest. Even if this guy have done what they said he done, they claim if they claim was right, then they was rightfully arresting him. They claim that they pod cameras in the row houses of Cabrini Green captured this young man that you're going to see them actually gang banging. And these police is acting like gang bangers, white supremacist gang bangers, because wasn't no black police detectives out there. But if he was seen on the pod camera with a gun in his waistband, they had a right to make him to stop. And if he fled, they had a right to pursue him because it has been a lot of shooting and killings in that one block that's left open in Cabrini Green in the row houses that stretches from 800 North Chicago Avenue to 1000 North Oak Street. But anyway, they said a pod camera caught this guy in these row houses. Row houses are something like these here, but they are square. These is projects here in Charleston, Missouri. My camera's on the roof. You know, I had to get cameras on the roof for black and white enemies. Especially Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County Police Department, chief of police, and those that's crooked with him, not all of them, in the Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County Sheriff Department, not all, but the sheriff himself, Brenton Farrow, and the police chief himself, Robert Hearns, and anybody that faithfully follow behind them. But anyway, if they said what they said this young man supposed to have a gun. If he didn't have a gun, he ain't got to worry about none of that. You see what I'm saying? If they pod cameras don't show a gun like they said he had, then the arrest period should be null and void. They said he put his hand by his waist band, and they tried to retrieve the gun, and he ran. And then when you see what they doing on the ground, one white police in particular had his radio, his police radio, beating the guy in the face with it, holding his hair for a little bit, another one holding his braids. Now, 2 or 3 of them down on them already. This remind me of when they talk about gang bangers, this will remind me of white gangs. You see what I'm saying? White gangs with badges. That's what we had down here in Charleston, Missouri. Not all, But then the man, while they still got him down, the same man that hit him in the face with his radio, he went around and put the gun in his face and said, "I'm gonna shoot you," like the police sheriff deputy told Sandra Mancy, and actually shot her in the face. But I just want to say this here. Hey, how y'all doing? I want to say this here though. Now, if this guy did have a gun, and they said a gun was stolen out of Ohio, they said he got multiple felons, but that ain't nothing having multiple felons. It's all about what you're doing after you done got them multiple felons. I know people that had multiple felons, but still they out here doing things that's productive. Donald Trump got 34 felons, 34 felons, and he running for president. Oh, that's right, I forgot, he's white. But anyway, let me get to the next point here. Now, I see a lot of people that was out there with their cameras. That's a good thing. Then you will see the same police that beat this man in the face with his radio while he down, and other police cuffing him or trying to cuff him. He stopped beating him with his radio. Then he went around and put the gun in his face. So I'm gonna shoot you. Then when he got up, and when they got them up, you could see 2, maybe 3 sergeants, at least 1 white sergeant and 1 Puerto Rican sergeant. This is the 18th District Police Department, y'all. On Division 1200 North and Larrabee 600 West. Now, these sergeants ain't tried to stop this man from beating him in the face with the radio. Didn't try to stop him when he put the gun in his face. Then when he got up, you can see him shaking his hand in his arm, because God allowed him to injure himself. The news media said 2 police was injured. This white police, he was injured because he was beating this man with his radio. The man ain't hit him or now one of them. But they charge him with all type of assaults. That's what they do when they arrest you. But I don't knock police arresting a person that's got guns and they felons, and they, especially in the black neighborhood, because if they got a gun and they're a felon walking around in a black neighborhood, especially like Cabrini Green, the little that's left, the gun is going to be used on another black person. But them 2 sergeants didn't do a damn thing. This man got up after beating this man and putting the gun in his face. This man got up and went around by a whole bunch of women that had their cameras just videoing him. He went up to them aggressive. You can see he a racist Ku Klux Klan. His whole face was red. Then what he did after that, he went over to a brother, hit the brother's camera. And the brother said, "Hit me again, go on, hit me again." Sergeant didn't do a damn thing. But y'all that's out there marching, said no justice or no peace, do that same shit when these blacks that study killing blacks on Cambridge and in Iowa, like what this man was being beat by the police. You see what I'm saying? Y'all know that ain't the first time the police been over there. They done been over there when you blacks killing blacks. You follow what I'm saying? They done been in the Northwest, in the East Side, when blacks study killing blacks in Chicago. So let's get out there and say no justice, no peace. Now, somebody lying, either the police or the guy that's in jail. The guy that's in jail said he was just peacefully walking down Cambridge in the Cabrini Green, and the police said that they seen a gun in his waistband. Somebody lying. But we know one thing that ain't a lie. This one racist white police beating him in the face with a walkie-talkie, and then put a gun in his face, then went over there threatening the young sisters that was out there videoing. See, that's why a lot of police getting killed today, because police like that, and you sergeants that was out there, y'all need to lose y'all damn stripes and probably your job, because you didn't stop that maniac. He's a damn time bomb. You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of them out there like that there. In these black neighborhoods, no, they don't like blacks. You can see they didn't like black. None of them police didn't try to stop him from beating that man. All of y'all should be laid off, or especially the one that did the beating. He should be fired and charged. Let me see what Kim Fox from Cabrini Green gonna do. I'ma leave as I came, but y'all look at these real good. All police ain't bad, and all the white police ain't bad. You got some blacks doing the same thing as the white police. But them was gangbangers that day, y'all. Them was gangbangers. Now, what if the shoes was turned and that mob of crowd got to beating all of you police ass down there and went to the 18th district and got to beating y'all ass? You wonder why they going into these police stations shooting. They getting tired of y'all doing this shit to blacks. If the shoe fit, wear it. Y'all watch them videos and shit.
Now has a police officer under investigation.
The man who was arrested is charged with felonies and misdemeanors in the case. Our Tara Molina is always investigating and brought the video to a police use of force expert. She joins us now with the latest. Tara, we know the Civilian Office of Police Accountability is investigating.
That's right, Jim and Marie. The Civilian Office of Police Accountability is investigating right now, and so is the Chicago Police Department. They're investigating this internally, both the incident and the officer you will see using force in this arrest. The use of force expert I talked to said it's very important to keep in mind, while it's clear what we see in this video, it's only 30 seconds. We want to warn you, it could be hard to watch.
Take a look at your screen. It happens fast. The video isn't long. You see a man now identified as 32-year-old Lorenzo Williams on the ground, surrounded by police. 3 physically trying to detain him. One officer holding him by his hair. Another hits him with what appears to be a police radio, then says, before pulling out his weapon and holding it to Williams' head. The video ends.
Yes, we're aware of the video. We're aware of the video. It's not a complete video. It doesn't show everything. What I can tell you right now is that that ended in an arrest, gun recovery at the time. But what I will tell you is the Chicago Police Department, myself, we take these things seriously. There's an internal investigation that has been launched the night that this occurred.
The lawsuit filed today by Williams and his attorney alleges illegal use of force, claiming Williams was peacefully walking on public property when he was approached by officers. A police report says otherwise. Officers say they made an investigative stop after a pod camera showed Williams with a gun in his waistband. He tried to run, was taken down, and tried to grab the gun. Williams faced a judge yesterday who ordered he be detained until his next court date. He's currently charged with 4 felonies and 2 misdemeanors in this case, including unlawful use of a weapon by a felon and aggravated assault of a police officer.
It's important to remember that just having video and seeing something that looks appalling to us, and it does look appalling, doesn't necessarily mean that we can come to a conclusion that the wrong thing was done or the right thing was done.
That's University of Pittsburgh School of Law professor and use of force expert David Harris. He said most importantly, this video only captures 30 seconds, and there's a lot more we need to know, such as, did Williams have a weapon on him and accessible during this arrest?
Having a recording does tell you a lot of things. There is no question that the officer pulled his gun and stuck it in the man's face. There is no question that he hit the man with something, but so much more is still to be known.
Lorenzo Williams is known to police and has a long felony record, including resisting arrest. The lawsuit he filed today doesn't name the officers involved, but we recognized one of them from past cases. We'll be back at 6 with more on that. We'll also have more from the police expert you heard from, David Harris.
Get out! Get out! Get out! Back up!
Look, they punching him and shit.
Hey, I'm a fucking shooter.
Look, he got his fucking gun in his head. Hands up! Ain't no get back up. Stop fucking running.
Back up!
They doing all that shit. Got you again. Another fucking incident, you fucking retard. Back up. Go. Good.
Hey, you better back the fuck up.
Get the fuck out of my fucking face. Get the fuck out of my face.
Hit me again. You sending a threat? You got me. What do you mean you got me?
Captured on video, the officers involved are now under investigation, but police say there is more to the story than what you see here.
Our Jermont Terry was there when we heard directly from the man arrested.
What do we want?
On the near north side, people took to the streets. They're here voicing opposition to Chicago Police Department's arrest of Lorenzo Williams.
I'm so glad that that video was out there. This is the only thing that saved Lorenzo's life.
A 30-second cell phone video shows officers trying to take Williams into custody this week. In the video, Williams is on the ground as 3 officers try cuffing him. Look as one officer holds the braids in his hair. That's when another appears to hit Williams over the head with a police radio. Next, we hear...
We are sick and tired of seeing the same thing happen to our people every day.
While the video only shows a glimpse into what happened, this group rallied outside the 18th Police District where the officers are assigned. Williams and his attorney filed a lawsuit claiming illegal use of force. He's charged with 4 felonies, including unlawful use of a weapon by a felon and aggravated assault of a police officer. Williams spoke from behind bars.
I appreciate everybody that's out there for me, that's trying to seek justice for me, man.
Police Superintendent Larry Snelling urging people not to rush to judgment.
It's not a complete video. It doesn't show everything. But what I will tell you is the Chicago Police Department, myself, we take these things seriously.
CPD says they stopped Williams because they spotted him walking with a gun. A police report shows officers said he tried running, then reaching for a cop's gun. Now, the CBS News Chicago investigative unit identified the arresting officer as Michael Donnelly. Now, he was involved in that infamous Anjanette Young Roan house raid.
County Sheriff. No, that's the Charleston Police Department. I'm hoping, let's see what's going on. Which way are they going here? Going over the bridge. So it must be something happening on the I-57 northbound. They didn't go over the viaduct, which is boomland. Let me ride my bike down and check it out. It's my type of work, y'all. Saving lives.